Hello there and welcome to the Leicester versus Liverpool review. Leicester 0, Liverpool 4. Unreal. Absolutely unreal. And what I'm going to start with in this video is something that I saw this morning on Twitter, which was in 2011-2012 season, over 38 games, we had 52 points to finish the season. We have currently 52 points after 18 games this season. Incredible. Absolutely incredible. I've said it before, I'll say it again. I am in absolute awe of my own team. This is ridiculous what we're doing right now. I've not seen my team play better. I really genuinely don't think I have. I wasn't fortunate enough to be alive during the 70s and the 80s. You know, I was born in the 80s, but I don't remember us winning titles. I was born in 87. It would have taken some miracle for me to retain and memorize what it was like to win titles at that point. I don't. You know, we can all go back and look at videos and stuff like that, but this team right now, I'm hard pushed to go against it being one of the best teams I've ever seen us have. Obviously, it needs to win the silverware and everything like that to warrant being put up with those teams of the 70s, of the 80s and all that sort of stuff, but it is actually starting to bring the silverware in. Obviously, we want to see the big one, the Premier League, but we're working towards it. You know, we're doing our best. We're still unbeaten. Incredibly. And I just don't... Even when we've got players missing, like Fabinho, like Joel Matip, and, you know, when we've had even go back to the Club World Cup, Virgil van Dijk's out of one game, and Jordan Henderson has to fill in as a centre-back, and we still go out there and win that game. It's just... This team just keeps going. I think Andy Robertson said it best, quoted this morning, probably came out last night, but he said, if you can't get up for a game playing for Liverpool Football Club, I don't know what would get you up. You know, fans and such like that, maybe not just of Liverpool, but they'll always talk about how can you not get players up for this game or whatever, this, that and the other. And he's right. If you can't get up for every single game, that's not acceptable as a player. It isn't. And it seems to be the attitude that this entire team has as well. They're all up for everything. Yes, we're going to talk about Trent Alexander-Arnold. I'm also going to talk about Kasper Schmeichel as well, and his comments. But what a game. What a game. You know, and really good coverage as well by Amazon Prime, I've got to say. But yeah, fantastic game. The first half of that game, we could have been 4-0, 5-0 up already. Within about half an hour, that could have happened before Bobby Firmino got his goal on 31 minutes. That absolutely could have happened. It wouldn't have been out of the realm of possibility. You know, and then if you do what you do in the second half, man, you're talking you could be 8-9-0. No, obviously that probably wouldn't have happened. We would have took our foot off the gas. But make no mistake, this was a fantastic performance that in the first half deserved more. Sadio Mane getting in on goal and, you know, scuffing the shot, come off his shin or something like that as well. Salah being a little bit too overly selfish, trying to get the goal when there was better passes or better options on than him taking the shot himself. But still got himself in the positions, didn't let our heads drop once those opportunities had gone. Once those opportunities had passed and they were missed, we just kept going. Let's create more. Let's create again. Let's keep going. Let's keep putting the pressure on. You know, and when I look at the stats for the whole game as well, 58% possession, cool, fairly standard. 13 shots, 7 on target, and Kasper Schmeichel made 3 saves. Unreal from us, which means that the 4 that were on target went in as well. The big stat as well here for me, it's not just the fact that we scored goals, not just the fact that we looked like we were having fun doing it as well, but it's also the sheer fact that out of the whole game, on this anyway, I thought they had a couple more chances, but 3 shots in total, 0 on target, which is ridiculous. Great performance by everybody. Then Bobby Firmino finally gets the goal. A beautiful headed goal from an absolutely magnificent cross by Trent Alexander-Arnold. I don't care what the commentators were saying when they said, "Oh well, that's quite an easy pass. That's quite an easy cross to make." I don't think so. From who delivers a box? Who delivers a ball into the box from that area and gets it that accurate onto someone's head? Not many. Not many. Not many. And that was brilliant. It really, really was. And then we go into the second half. Like, first half, how that first half finished 1-0, I honestly couldn't believe it. There was a slight little doubt in my mind, which is thinking, we've had all these chances and they've not gone in. Are we going to waste these opportunities? And Leicester are going to do similar to what they did last time and sneak a goal in when they didn't really deserve it? I don't know. Obviously, that didn't happen in the end, but it was a major concern for me. Okay, now, what happened, the sequence of events here, so we're looking around the 70th minute. James Milner, Divock Origi come on for Naby Keita and Mo Salah, respectively. Mo Salah probably did deserve to go off, wasn't taking his chances, and seemed to have a little bit less influence on the game as it was going on anyway. But more as well, we've got to look ahead to, I think it's Sunday when we play Wolves. So you've got to have a little bit of a look ahead there as well. Naby Keita had a great game, had a brilliant game. You can see that he is starting to become that player that he also was at Red Bull Salzburg, the midfielder that he was there, having a good influence. Literally, like a minute later, a penalty is given. Now, this is what Kasper Schmeichel is talking about when he's saying, we were in that game right up until the referee decided to be a hero. When I saw that, I can see that obviously he at the end of the game, it's 4-0, they've been beaten 4-0, don't think they've been beaten comprehensively like that this season. Maybe against Man City when it was 3-1, they got beaten, but like, I can understand that he's probably just come out, raw emotion after a game, and he's just looking for maybe a semblance of positivity, something that he can maybe look at that next time in the next game and say, right, we're not going to let this happen, we're not going to let our heads drop if this happens. He's saying that the referee couldn't wait to give that penalty. You know, he was looking to give it to Liverpool. I'm hard pushed to agree with that because I think it was a penalty. Have harsher ones been given? Of course they have. Have easier penalties been given? Yes, they have. And the fact that it didn't get overturned by VAR, if it can do that anyway, if it can overturn decisions, I'm not entirely sure. I don't think really any of us really, we're just guessing at what happens with VAR and stuff like that. But it was given. It did hit the hand of a defender. I don't know if there's been a rule change or something like that. If it happens in the attacking box, that I don't know. Is it then given? I always thought if it hit one of our attackers and it led to a goal or something like that, then it would immediately be ruled out. So I don't really know how it works the other way around. James Milner had literally just come on the pitch, and Kasper Schmeichel's obviously done his homework because he dives really deep into the right-hand side on the floor, which is where Milner normally does put penalties, and this time around he changed it and went sort of curved it down the middle-ish, and it was a very, very good penalty and puts us 2-0 up. And then from here, we just have a mad 9 minutes, right? Because I think Trent Alexander-Arnold got another assist, beautiful assist as well, for Bobby Firmino. And this reminded me of that pass that Trent did for Wijnaldum against Barcelona. Like, really just... I don't really see anybody else do that type of pass. Like, normally, obviously, on the edge of the box, you're either looking like, or on that side of the box, you're looking at someone doing like a nice low-driven cross, like a curved one, or it's going to get curved and crossed into the box just like a normal cross. He literally just straight lines it into the middle of the box. Bobby Firmino's there, using the outside of his boot to stop the ball, and just slots it into the top corner of the net, 3-0. And we are away. We are absolutely away. Then, literally 4 minutes later, Sadio Mane is running down the pitch. For some reason, the entire left-hand side of Leicester is just gone. There isn't anyone there. Like, where was Chilwell? I genuinely don't know where anyone was. because Sadio Mane is running, and all of a sudden, all you see out of the corner of the screen, Trent Alexander-Arnold motoring down the frigging pitch, and just slots it. Beautiful first time finish from Trent Alexander-Arnold, low drive underneath the goalkeeper, and it goes in. He gives it the Mbappe celebration, which everyone is all over right now on Twitter, saying Mbappe 2020. Not even going to get into that. It's not happening. Unfortunately, Jordan Henderson did have to go off after that goal for Adam Lallana. Apparently, he's absolutely fine. He probably would have carried on himself if he wanted to, but them not wanting to take a risk on Jordan Henderson and his absolute form right now that he's in, took him off. Bit of a precaution. Apparently had a bit of a bleeding shin or something like that. But other than that, should be okay for the next game, which is Wolves on Sunday, I believe it is. And then that is it. It ends 4-0. An exceptionally toothless performance from Leicester, I've got to say. And I'm not slagging Leicester off here. Leicester have been very, very dangerous all year so far. This is probably the first time this season where they have been properly shut out and also had 4 goals put past them. It's just a very complete performance by Liverpool. Probably one of the most complete performances I've seen from back to front. The defence was brilliant. Joe Gomez and Virgil van Dijk marshalled Jamie Vardy. They marshalled him so well, kept him so quiet. That man barely had a sniff. And when he did get him behind the 1 or 2 times, Joe Gomez was rapid, caught up to him, maybe gave away a foul. I think he got a yellow card at some point as well. Let me just double check on that one. I'm pretty sure he did. He did get a yellow card at some point, and I'm pretty sure it was for a foul on Jamie Vardy. Brought him down, but it was needed as well. It was needed. It was a needed foul. If he lets him get that touch or get him another touch, could have been inside, could have caused danger. So, they were very, very good. Joe Gomez is looking back to his best. Virgil van Dijk looks exactly how he always looks. Reading the game very, very well and cutting out any danger where it was possible. Everybody else on the pitch was fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Obviously, the special mention will go to Trent Alexander-Arnold, who would just probably not only put on the performance of his life at the age of 21, but possibly, very possibly, has put in one of the best right-back performances in the Premier League era. Genuinely. I'm hard pushed, out of all the years I've been watching the Premier League, to even think of the last time a game was taken by the scruff of the neck by a right-back, which obviously boosted the entire team. Everybody was up for it and everyone was playing really well. Everyone was on the same wavelength. But genuinely, when have you ever seen a game of football taken by the scruff of the neck by a right-back? Let me know it, because I don't know. Some of the legends of the game, when you think back of right-backs up and down the years, I can't think of them taking the game like that. And this is a team that is no pushovers in Leicester. They're not pushovers. They're second in the league for a reason. Brendan Rodgers has been playing it cautious in interviews for quite a little while when he talks about their chances of possibly getting a second Premier League title or any of that sort of stuff. He has been, and for this reason, because he says Manchester City, Liverpool are just that step above. Liverpool right now are at the pinnacle of the Premier League. It's right. He's what he's saying is right. They've done very, very well of Leicester, but there's still a couple of levels to go. And right now we are operating at our highest level I've seen us operate at for a very, very long time, if not the highest level. I can't say of our history. I can't say that. That would be wrong to say that as well. Obviously, because I've not been alive since we were created. But we're operating at such a high level right now. It's difficult to see who's going to stop us. I'm not saying it's not possible. I've been saying it all season. I don't think we'll go this season invincible. I truly don't. People will say it's totally doable. Look at everything around you. Look at what's happening. You're 13 points clear. It's nice. We've got a game in hand as well over anyone that's close to us. It's just, I've seen it happen before. Not by this margin, and not with a team that is as solid as this. But yeah, I am cautious myself. I don't think we'll go this season invincible. It's going to be tough to stop us, though. It's going to take something quite special or a fair few mistakes. Anyway, let me know what you think in the comments below. How did you find the game? Did you enjoy it? Come on. Yes, you did. Everyone enjoyed it. Please, everyone enjoyed it. You must have. But yeah, let me know who your standout player was, aside from Trent, because obviously he is the standout player in this game, of course. But yes, let me know what your thoughts are. Our first game after Christmas. What a late Christmas present that is for every single one of us. Thank you ever so much for watching this video. If you have enjoyed it, please do like it and subscribe if you are new around here. Thank you once again, and I'll catch you later.